Are we live? I'm not sure if we're live yet, but here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alive and Streaming. Happy Saturday. I'm your host, Ted. Hope everyone's doing well. Weather's great out here. I can't complain. I love it. I love it. Without further ado, let's bring in a good friend of mine and a good friend of the band's drummer extraordinaire, Abe Cunningham from the Deftones. Let's see it. Let's bring him in. Let's see where he's at. Where he's at. There he is.
Ted.
How are you, Abe?
Good. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. I'm great, brother, man. Just made a little breakfast.
Nice.
Sitting here. Yeah, Saturday, I'm told. They tell me it's Saturday, man. I don't know.
It's Saturday, dude. First and foremost, thanks for jumping on my stream, bro. Appreciate it.
Dude, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's an honor, brother.
Right on, man. Dude.
Fully.
I know we talked earlier, like this week. The last time I saw you was like in Paris, France. We played in France the same night, right next door.
Yeah, totally.
Insane, dude. Who are you guys on tour with that time?
Man, I think it might have been us. Maybe it might have been, I think we're on tour with ourselves. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It was I think it was end of November, beginning of December 2010.
Yeah, no, I remember exactly where it was and when. I don't know who was on tour, but I remember that venue. It's called La Trianon, I think. It's like this it's a beautiful old spot.
Yeah.
And there's this little haunted room in the dressing room with like a little tiny, like an old Victorian kind of doll, like porcelain. And we always called it Ghost Baby because it just would look at you. We were in the room later that night, but no.
Yeah. Because I remember we were on tour with Creator, Exodus, and Suicidal Angels, and I remember I heard you guys playing next door. After we got done with our set, we went through the back.
Yeah.
Then we walked in on stage and we saw you guys rocking out. I'm like, oh shit, this is cool.
Extreme aggression.
Yep.
Yes, dude. Yeah, no, we came and saw you guys before, and then we went on a little bit after that. It was awesome. I looked over, I saw you and Rob over there. What's up? Oh, hey boys.
Yeah, it was cool, man. And we hung out for a bit, you and Chino, and your Flat Earth dude.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, hey, we agree to disagree, man. What can we do? We nothing but love all around. I personally, without getting into it, I don't think that it's flat, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool to, in a band, you guys, we know we're in a band. We get along on so many levels, like music and whatnot, movies. But when it comes to crazy shit like that, personally, I don't complain. I don't argue. I like to hear what the person says. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I do. As crazy as it is, I like to go, why do you think the earth is flat? I just want to know.
We should certainly question shit. I mean, you have a NASA mug. I mean, I back NASA. Let's not even go there, but let's just, oh, hey, this is my puppy.
Dude. Oh yeah. That new puppy you got, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's Nora.
Nice.
She wants to join in too.
Oh, but
on that note though, for real, hey baby, on that note, so we've been getting together like about once a month, kind of just, Frank and I still live in Sacramento. So we're still up in Sacto. And then Stefan's down in LA area, San Pedro down there. Chino's up north in Portland area. Yeah. So we've been,
same coast.
Totally. Yeah. But we've been getting together once a month just to kind of keep it going and just, keep it going somewhat in motion.
Yeah.
Just jam, keep the, not so rusty. And anyways, but like, dude, we sit and talk shit and it's brothers. At the end of all that shit, it gets heated at times, but I mean, we're so, you're beyond that shit. You just talk. And at the end, we always go, agree to disagree. And then we just on to jamming and it's fucking the best. You know what I mean? And hey man, that's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, I hear you. Dude, Deftones. And I remember seeing the Deftones the first time at the Stone. It was a Sunday night. Me and my friends were just, that was back in the, late 80s, early 90s when you just go out and you just wander about the city in the club. And I remember walking in and you guys were just tearing it up. The place wasn't full, but you guys were playing like there was like 10,000 people there, dude. I was like, oh.
Don't you have to?
Yeah. But it was, but come on, you play those venues where it does get like, oh man, there's not that many people here. It does suck.
Oh, sometimes. Totally. But you know what? Then it's another practice. And I mean, there's been no one there. Even I would say there's people there because the crew's working and the local people. Yeah. But I would say they were so removed that there was actually negative people there, even though there was, because they didn't give a fuck, But it's just another chance to hone your shit on a different stage and a different route, just get used to stuff, and also getting used to having people turn their back on you, and you get tough skin. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but
sink or swim.
I remember seeing you guys. I remember it was a new sound because we grew up in the thrash scene. Thrash was still big then, and having seen you guys, it was a new sound. And it's cool because Stefan is more of the metalhead in your band. I'm pretty sure if he wants Deftones, if he had his way, he'd make Deftones sound like Meshuggah.
Totally, man. I mean, yeah, and that's because it still is to this day. It was always a guitar driven, heavy distortion, metal based sound to this day, always was, and that's the core of our shit, but we're all such music lovers. I know you guys are too. I mean, it's the same thing. We just and having those other elements is what makes, again, the world go round. It's like, and there's some time, of course, it's a balance, but over time you hope to be able to. I mean, I think some of our best stuff, obviously, I at least that's just me thinking that, but I think, some of our best stuff has come with the combination of things, and you got to keep yourself happy too. And you got to keep on going somewhere, I mean, I don't know much, but I don't know much.
But having Steph as the metal dude, then you have Chino as like that emotional, kind of create artsy guy. You get what I mean? Then you got you, Chi, and Sergio, totally. Chi, rest in peace, just driving that groove behind those two styles. I think that's what makes the Deftones sound so
totally
awesome.
I mean, and Chino's metal is fuck too. I mean, fully. So, but we all have our moments, and I mean, music's on all the time. It just is not, well, we're talking, it's not on right now.
Yeah.
It is in my head. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just a combination of things. You try to figure out how to work it out. At the end of the day, we're just trying to make some noise and see what sticks. And I mean, we're all self-taught. We never had any, none of us knew anything. We still don't. We're just trying to figure out how to write a song. It might fall in the same formula at time, and maybe not. I mean, it's just because, but we just watched, and that's another thing you're talking about, like we're from Sacramento. So growing up 80 or so miles from the Bay, and that was huge. And all the bands that were there, obviously thrash scene from that era, and everything from the 60s, it's a mecca for just the most amazing, heavy, influential music, on all levels. So that was always kind of just from being from California, but we're close, man. And even the bands, like the first time I saw Death Native was probably 88, 87, 88 on Frolic tour.
I did.
They were opening up for a band called Fallacy at this place, Cattle Club, or Club Me, back at the same club, but Club Me, Cattle Club. Fallacy was a band that I got to be in later, and Death Angel guys were here for a while too, and during the summer, like before, like Act 3 kind of shit, that hang in a sack a bit, and everyone became friends. But like I was 17, dude, so like I might have been 16, shit. But anyways,
Act 3 was written in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
I mean, a huge influence. So and it was so close too. Just the proximity is so close, man. It's like, and the Primus, of course, and us getting to play in town enough to where, like, shit, we could play anytime here. So you start, the goal is to play the next town over if you can, or the next club, maybe the next town. And then it got to be the next, got to be Davis, got to be like, heading into the Bay a bit,
Berkeley and
Berkeley,
closer and closer.
Totally, man. San Fran, East Bay, like everywhere, Oakland and all those things in between. So that's how it goes, and then hopefully the next state, or the next county, and the next,
Do you remember playing? I mean, Deftones supported the organization at the Trocadero.
Oh yeah,
remember the truck? Amazing show, dude. It was an amazing show. That's like the second time I saw you. Then third time was at the Berkeley Square. Then after that,
Bailey,
you guys blew up.
You
guys got, dude. How is it? I mean, let me ask you something. You got signed to Maverick Records, which was Madonna's label at the time.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, from what I know in the metal genre, people would send out demos, fanzines would read up about them. Then all the labels would hear the word of mouth, and then we got to check out these guys.
Yeah.
Was it like that for you guys?
Oh, fully.
How you got signed?
Totally. I mean, we would, like I said, we played the Bay enough to where we started, maybe heading down south a bit, Stockton, Santa Barbara, starting going down Ventura and shit, and winding up and trying to make a little noise, in LA, or, and seeking, trying to get signed. There was some shit up, I think we even had a deal, like originally from Berserkly Records, from like that was like Greg Kinn's fucking, the label, like he was on, yeah. So, like more regional stuff too. And then, but we started making trips down to LA and making little weekend, we all had jobs, go back and,
Yeah.
You
were doing weekend warrior stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Ford F-150 that our buddy let us borrow with a camper on the back and a bunch of piss bottles and Gatorade bottles, Lucky Lager, fucking knocking on the window because there was no, to piss, and then the trailer falling off and the trailer hitch coming through the back and piss, just all that normal shit, fan shit.
Yeah. Back in the young and innocent days.
Yeah, a lot of piss, a lot of urine. But yeah, no, totally, man. Like, yeah, press kits. I remember making our, screening your own shirts, crack and peel stickers, all that shit that we all did, and screening, and then having your own merch, having your own your first backdrop, all that kind of, that's just monumental, man. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it was, of course, that whole thing trying to stir up some interest or whatever, and then a couple corny, like, what do you call them? When you're playing for showcases, like the coconut teaser down
Troubadour
there,
and all
Raji's, hell yeah, Raji's, all these, whiskey. But yeah, and then that all happened, and then this new label started up from Madonna, and it was, and we're like, fuck, she's always been pretty wild. She's a bad lady, and she definitely created her. Anyways, and that was that. So,
did you meet her?
Yeah. She would come to shows, and we would hella bug out, like, oh shit, Madonna's here. They'll be all M's here. We're like, and we just like turn into little like, like, oh shit.
Did she really dig the Deftones? Did she sign you, or with someone else signed you?
No, she did. I mean, yeah, someone else did, of course, but like her, but she would come out, and she would kick it,
and chill.
And we would fuck up, like, oh shit, just fuck, and we're like, oh shit, we're gonna get dropped, or the deal's gonna fall through, like, just like we're kids, man, like, oh, we fucked this one up, it'll never happen, and then and that happened. So and it's a trip though, because at that time, like, Alanis Morissette, her record was also on Maverick too, and that thing was humongous. I mean, that record was one of the biggest selling. It's just maybe I don't know, to this day, but
at the time,
massive records. So her record and ours both came out just like, before us, obviously, but that allowed us to kind of like, that allowed them to allow us to be funded a bit, you know what I mean? So it was still a bit of the old school label, like, you're signed to like a 2 firm, no matter how good or poorly your first album does, you're still guaranteed a second, you know what I mean? But we were, the goal was we're getting tour support, and the goal was to, be self-sufficient and get off that. But that funding was because of Alanis, and that's, and they
so their profits were like, give a little to the Deftones here, man, because
totally.
They're pretty good.
But we were allowed to grow, and we weren't like, nothing was immediate back then, and then so thankful for that. They they signed the Bad Brains to that label and shit too, like a lot of different stuff. So it was a good, great home, great start. Them allowing us to kind of be able to grow and learn and tour and build,
And from there, you guys, I mean, from there, for your genre of music, well, for lack of a better term, I don't like using that word new metal, because it's just music to me, you know what I mean? Totally. But you guys were, I think, still on top of your game till this day. You kind of have this, like, you're not a band that shot high and kind of came down. You guys just build, stayed there and build a little, and just, it's awesome, dude. Congrats on that. It's hard to do in this day and age.
Fully. And I'm appreciative. I mean, it's a lot at the time, it's like being in any band, someone's having an issue, but all these little things that happened during that time, and us being patient with each other, for when we really didn't want to at all, but we're brothers, and that's why we're still here today, man. So
I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked, dude. First album comes out, you guys soared. Was it a culture shock coming from like doing it all yourself to buses and, because the album Adrenaline sold well, you guys were just crazy. You guys toured a lot for that record.
Yeah.
So, well, that's okay. I like puppies too. I have one chilling somewhere.
I know, because you're kids.
That's
no,
right,
I mean,
dude.
Yeah, no, because like we were like, yeah, man, we're gonna get signed. It's gonna be great, and when you're young, like they're like, fuck it, it might be like, but you get signed and you start all over again from the bottom, man. And buses didn't happen for a really long time. We were out touring and forever. We were just talking the other day about we were in Dallas. Statute of limitations are well past, so it doesn't matter anymore. But like our we're talking about like crashing like the Ryder trucks or the U-Hauls into the overhangs and the Taco Bell drive-through, all that bullshit, you know. But one time our we had a little rental minivan that was our touring vehicle and a Ryder truck, you know. So there were 4 of us in the band at the time, and we had our buddy Wedge doing
sound guy Wedge.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Wedge. I'm gonna see him next week.
I saw him the other day.
Okay.
Yeah. He was sound man, or you know, front of house and sound man. Yeah. And tour manager. And we had one guy, a buddy of ours, Sean, who was our tech. So every 3 days, someone had to take a shift. So people would get all faded so they wouldn't have to drive and shit, you know. But I was we were just talking the other day, and our van got impounded in Dallas, and we're like, shit, we got to get in there. I think we were on tour with Anthrax back in the day, like
wow.
And we're like, oh fuck, you know, we don't have any money. Like, anyways, we took a cab out to the impound lot, and we're like, oh shit, it was outside of Dallas, and we're like, dude, the van's right there. It's right there. I don't see anyone around, dude. And someone like went up and looked, and they had a key because there was a key there, or we had the key. So we're like, oh shit. So we jacked our van from impound and continued on the tour. Yeah. Come get me, Dallas. What's up, Dallas? Statute of limitations, bitch.
Damn, dude.
But just those stories, you know, that kind of stuff, man. And yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's part of the experience, and it's part of the proverbial roller coaster ride that say, you know, that the ups and downs that being in a
peaks and valleys.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you know, I never asked anybody this, but I'm going to ask you, with your success and all that, you don't have to name names. Did anybody get the rock star bug?
Yeah, I think a little bit, you know, but we've always, I mean, being humble is what it's all, you know, I mean,
yeah,
I think people maybe just a tiny bit, but not enough, you know. We're all real enough and open with each other to just say, look, bitch.
Hey, come down, bro.
Yeah, you gotta, but I mean, that's all exciting and shit, but yeah, that, you know, yeah, that's what doesn't get you anywhere, man.
Yeah, dude, you know, you guys toured the world with many bands. Is there any band that sticks out, like you toured with and you could go, oh, I'm happy, I'm done. If it was over, I'm happy now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like the Bad Brains was a big one back in like they were like we were on the same label, so like they had the record God of Love, and we had a chance to go out and tour with them, and that was, you know, there's been a bunch, but I mean, but the one I think was probably Black Sabbath, man. Like, you know,
really. Yeah,
like, because we toured with Ozzy one time. The first time we ever did an arena tour, we were opening up for Ozzy, like No More Tears, that record, or that, whatever the record was, I can't remember right now. But later on, we got a chance to open for Sabbath twice, all original members back for the reunion, and one of them was us, Pantera, and Black Sabbath. You know, and we toured with Pantera a couple times as well too, but this time it was us, Pantera, and Sabbath original. I'm like, you know, that was
wow, dude. That's a lineup. That's a lineup for that time. Pantera was huge. You guys are on the
we were just, you know, just trying to, we were happy to be there, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I bet you must have had some crazy nights with Dimebag. I hear stories. I never met him, but I heard like dude was super cool, and man, he could drink.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was awesome. It was amazing, man. You know, it was but I was happy to be there, man. It wouldn't, you know, definitely one of the ones that sticks out.
Yeah, man, I would love to see that show. That must be insane. Original members of Sabbath, all 4, Pantera on fire, you guys on the rise, man. That you guys must have laid waste.
But we got done first, so then I like, shit, we're done. I get to go watch Pantera from the side or the front if I want. Yeah, I got a pass. And Black Sabbath too, from the side or the front, because I got a pass. You know, I mean, I love that. Yeah, you know, that's so.
Did you get to hang with Black Sabbath at all?
Yeah, they were pretty chill. They would always be, at that point, they were, you know, and it's kind of funny because I was really nervous, man, you know, and they were sweet as hell. They were such kind, and they were, you know, older English gentlemen sipping tea and shit, you know, walking around during the day, and I'd just be like, just petrified, you know, and
you're like, dude, that's Bill Ward, bro.
Yeah, Bill was the nicest. Bill is the nicest man. He's so damn sweet and just amazing and so cordial and like, you know, willing to like talk about everything, you know, and I a bit more of that happened as it went on, but I remember at first I was just like, dude, like, oh shit, this is too much, man. But
Yeah, it's a
I'm
bit
a
too much,
fan.
but like, yeah,
I'm a fucking fan.
the inner fanboy wanted to come out real bad.
Yeah, but then you find out that everybody poops, and hopefully, you catch people on different days. Some people having good days, some people having bad.
Yeah.
But that was a great experience, man. There's other ones too, but that was definitely one of the ones for real.
And oh yeah, another one I would say I thought you guys ripped Summer Sanitarium. I saw that one.
Yeah, that was a trip, man. Metallica's always.
Park.
Oh, dude, that was the last show.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was a trippy one because I mean, Metallica's always been the band, Again, proximity wise, and that's one of the reasons why we're a band,
I think a lot of reasons
a
lot of bands.
Hell yeah, no, fully. But also trying to like not mimic, because you couldn't really mimic, but you could always say like, well, maybe this is our Ride the Lightning. This might be our, Kill 'Em All, or this is our, and this one's, and then we never really had a Black Album yet. So, but I'm saying like you could kind of like, yeah, well, that's not musically, but maybe just where they were at. So that was a huge. That was, I mean, they are, the band, and that was a trip because a lot of shit was going on. There was a article that had come out, and I remember there was bravado and youthful angst put forth in an interview, and it wasn't necessary, but it happened, and it was tough for us because but
it playing to their crowd.
Oh yeah, but that's, I mean, that's just part,
that's part of it.
That's just what that's how you get tough skin, and playing it, but put yourself in uncomfortable situations, even though that was a godsend, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, we're but and learning how to adapt, man, those that's what makes you sink or swim, so. But that was a great time, dude. Summertime, like baseball stadiums and football stadiums in the States. Are you kidding me? With Metallica again being done and getting to watch the other bands and watching Metallica at night,
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been put in situations where it's uncomfortable. I mean, touring with Sabbath, what you said, Anthrax, but you're also in a situation too where you feel comfortable touring with like Korn and all that,
or anyone, man, anyone, So yeah, it's just, I just love. I'm a fan. I love music. I love watching people play music. Humans. I love being on tour just so I can watch people play music and shoot the shit, of course. But I mean, that's part of it, and I love watching people play music, man.
Me too, dude. And I miss it. And we get to play music next week at the Fox Theater with Testament and Exodus. You know what I mean?
Strikes Back Again is back.
Yeah, dude. It's like, well, we played the Aftershock. I heard you were there.
I was there. I was right in front of you guys. I was trying to go, Ted, no. And you guys are doing your like looking out over the thing. Mark's up there. I was like, Mark, what's up, bro? And it was your first show back right after.
Yeah, it was first show back since the last show was March 10th in Brussels, Belgium.
Yeah, I remember that when that all went down, and then and then everything started to get crazy, and then Will got sick, and that you came back from that.
We were the tour that ended all tours.
Right. I know.
What was your last tour? I mean, what was your last show?
Deftones. I think we played Hello, my young daughter. My young teething daughter.
Yes.
I think it was we have a festival, Dia de los Deftones, that we've had twice now.
In San Diego, right?
Yeah. It's like a Petco. It's kind of out the Petco Park. And this outdoor thing, this part of the whole thing. So it's there. And that was the last time we played. I think it was, 2019, I think. So it's been a couple years, man.
Wow, dude.
And made a record and all that stuff too. And then, that it is what it is. So
yeah, dude. I mean, we ended all tours. Now we're coming back hometown, and next year we're gonna pick it up. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? This whole time sucks, but what could you do? You could complain till the cows come home. It's not gonna change. You know what I mean? Man. You just gotta pivot and figure things out.
Fully. Pivot is great. That's a great way to put it. Pivot, adapt, roll with that shit. I mean, just roll with it, because all in all, we're pretty lucky to be standing here and
we're
talking
alive,
to each other.
Bro.
Yeah,
we're totally, alive.
Man. Fully.
Dude,
so
Deftones, when you guys write music, has it always been the same when you first started, or has it evolved? Because back then you get in the room, you jam, blah blah blah, you hash things out. But now that you guys live in separate parts of the West Coast, and with technology being so good nowadays, do you guys still get in the room together and jam, or do you guys send files or whatnot?
It's pretty much the only way we do it is just getting into the room, and for better or for worse. I mean, it's always worked for us, and it's just like there might be a couple. I mean, it's just that's the way we do it, and I know that we could definitely probably be more prolific and more better at using our time, especially when we're far away. I'm horrendous at most things, most technology things. You know, I do have like a little small interface, and I could probably like I have some V drums at the house, but I mean, and we could probably be. I need to be better at that. I know I do. I'm sure it will make everyone happy, you know. But we really just get in there and laugh, spit, cuss,
just
rage,
do what,
smile.
just do what young boys do.
Yeah, totally.
Just do what young boys do. Like, man, pick your nose and
man,
at them
flick
and,
it.
Yeah, fuck off, dude.
Yeah,
You know
I can take your eyeball right out with this stick from 100 yards. You know that, and you know,
Boom.
and yeah, but I won't because I love you, man.
Writing.
Yeah.
Do you guys start from a riff and build it from a jam, or does someone come in and goes, I got a basic skeleton, you work on it and build on it, or is it all of the above?
All of the above. Rarely, I mean, it's been a couple skeletons, you know, definitely over the years, but it's really just from anything, a riff, a beat, a sound, a good breakfast or a good night dinner, whatever, you know, someone that makes you happy, you know what I mean? You're stoked and you go in, and I actually just like seeing my dudes. I get happy when I like, what's my,
let's jam, dude.
Yeah,
it's just that energy. I get what you're saying because we do the same thing. We get to, luckily we're all local, except our bass player lives in Mexico City, you know, so we still, the four of us get together and jam, you know, bring out the rust like how you guys do once a month. And there's just, and we do use technology like with the other albums, like Rob would write, send the skeletons, we learn it, then we get together and jam. But there's nothing, it's like being in a room jamming is really awesome, man.
But when you do get there jamming, and then, you know, whether the skeleton was just that, I mean, there's obviously maybe some parameters that are, but it's, then the humans come in and, you know, and mingle and that's like, and that's, you know, takes everyone to make it be a song, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's all of the above, but it's, and mainly it's if the hang is good, the hang is 78% of it, you know what I mean? Like 80, I don't know, the hang is good, because if it's not good, you know, and that happens too sometimes, shit, you know, everyone's human, you know, but if the hang's good, then generally things
you ever got in a rehearsal where the hang wasn't good?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I don't want to be here, man. I've had those, like, you know, like,
I'm happy. I'm always happy. I'm the kid, man. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, man. And you know, people are fried, but
the mailman here.
maybe you know what I ordered?
What?
Some fucking masks. Some new masks.
Some new masks.
Yes.
Hey, you want to go check your door? That's okay, dude. We're live. It's cool, bro.
It's all
Don't
good.
Trip, you know what I mean?
No, I think mail comes, you know, but she's just doing her thing. But yeah, man, but these days we're just really appreciative, man, and happy when we do get together, and especially after this last couple of years, man. It's
man. I mean, I have a different view of the pandemic nowadays after like 2 years, but when it first hit, man, did it affect you mentally? It did for me. Like, okay, in a way, I was like, what am I going to do now? But I was able to pivot and do some, you know, reconnect at home with my wife and dogs, and do stuff. But after a while, dude, you know, I get inspired, but I lose it. And I sit there like, man, what the fuck? You know,
been a drag, been heavy, man. At first it was a trip. I was like, you know what? Oh shit, 2 weeks. I actually did stay in my house pretty much. I mean, I went out and, you know, cruised around, but I was really in my house for like, 2 weeks. And then it passed. I'm like, and I was, you know, initially right off the bat, I was like, oh, this is some shit. I better stay in my house. You know, and I don't like being told what to do. No one does, man. You know, but like, especially by the man, but like, you know, I was like, but if it's better for all of us, fuck, I'm going to stay in my house, man. You know, but, and then it went on, and people started hoarding stuff. Like, you know, I did have some paper towels and toilet paper, so I was cool, but I was like, oh shit, I need to get some pasta. Like, people are like hoarding pasta because it's going to shelf life and all this stuff. And I'm like, damn. But, it's a trip. It's definitely evolved over the time. And, you know, I feel pretty comfortable I'm over it.
I am too.
Fully over it.
I mean, I still go out. I do, you know, I'm cautious. I do my thing, but I'm pretty over it. I'm, you know, ready to get back into seeing you and hugging you and whatnot. You know what I mean? And
we need that shit. Humans we need interaction, especially with music. We need to play for people. People need to rock out.
Yeah.
Vice versa. We need to go kick it with our friends. We need to meet new people. We need to keep on. We need to go.
We need to hang. We need that. Just like you said, it's got to be a good hang. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I'm gonna use that now, dude. As long as it's a good hang, I'm there. You know what I mean,
man? Yeah.
I in my time of life now, and where I'm at in my life, is just like I used to be an angry kid, like fuck you, this and that. But now it's like, if I'm not digging your vibe, then that's cool. Just depart and go our own way. Before I used to go, dude, that girl, whatever. But now it's just cutting it off.
And then you harbor it, and it's like life's too short to harbor that kind of energy, and like just
totally,
like,
dude.
And yeah, man, your circle gets smaller too. But we're we're lucky with what we do, to be able to like meet people and constantly get turned on to things and hear a different point of view, man. That's not a bad thing either, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
as long as they're not full of shit.
Yeah. But there's people out there who are, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But dude, you guys were inspired. You wrote an album during the pandemic.
Yeah. But and we just got together and did that. And there was talk, of course, like, do we wait to put it out? And I mean, or do we, just get it out there? And we were like, shit, if anyone cares at all, if it can help anyone through their day and they want some new music from us, and let's just put it out. And that's it was out, and it so, but we haven't played any of those songs yet live, so I'm just like, that record's still new. Yeah, totally.
You're itching. Do you have anything planned coming up?
Yeah, I mean, April of 2022, I guess. It's a reschedule of.
Was it with Gojira? Is it with Gojira?
Death Angel, what? Yeah.
Oh, what, dude?
What? Huh?
We're waiting, bro. I'm just saying.
Dude, I would love it.
It's your call. It's your camp's call. If we get together and do something, man.
Yeah.
We only played once together.
Yeah.
Sacramento.
It was with Mixmaster Mike, and dude. Yeah. Memorial Auditorium. That was an awesome fucking show, dude. That was killer.
We were in the middle of recording The Art of Dying, and we get a call. We're like, dude, we got to rent gear because we didn't want to move the gear out of the studio.
Yeah.
We're like, everything was all Mike. What are we gonna do? Oh, we'll just rent gear. Yeah. And we did that show. That was fun, dude.
Yeah, dude. Memorial, dude. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know how, like, again, like we talked about that challenge. Like, we didn't know how we were gonna go over to your crowd.
Dude, that was it was sick. That shit went over like a motherfucker. It was awesome. People were stoked. People knew what the fuck was going on that night. It was beautiful.
Well, hopefully. Yeah. Now, so moving forward.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We have that. I mean, that's been rescheduled. Gojira has been kind enough to stick with us on that too. Those dudes are amazing, and it's gonna be a cool tour because obviously, there's similarities, but it's a varied bill, which makes for a great night for me as a music lover. And I like to go see a variety too. So that's that. And hopefully that's I think of April, and then there's all these things I don't even ask anymore or look anymore. I'm just like, dude, I'm ready. My bags are still packed. Your
bags are still packed from 2019.
Dude, we were 8 hours away. We were 8 hours away from leaving to go to start a whole cycle for this record down in New Zealand and Australia. So, and my shit's still packed,
dude.
I don't got a lot of clothes, but I got.
You're ready.
I got some my lucky shoes are in there, my lucky playing shoes.
And your lucky jaws.
My lucky shorts. Yeah. They're there. They're in there. They're ready to go.
Speaking of, dude, I mean, we went to New Zealand for our first time in 2018. I mean, that New Zealand, Australia, man, those are great places to play, but it's hard to get to, man. It's like way right there, man. We never had the chance to play the big day out. And I've seen so many footages and the side shows and all that. So anyone from Australia watching, love your country, man. That's
for real. That's one of the greatest places to go, man. And I just like going places regardless, but that's only because it's so damn far away. We've been there quite a few times over the years, but it's not always a place we get to go. But Japan as well too. Yeah. I always love Japan. So
the Asia Pacific run. We've done that in 2018. We did Hong Kong, Beijing, Singapore, Philippines.
Philippines a couple times, Singapore, Malaysia.
Yeah. Those are trippy countries, man. They're a trip.
Jakarta and shit like that. Yeah.
We did those, man. And it's cool. I like going there, but sometimes I'm like,
Bandung.
Dude, you played Bandung?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we played Bandung. We hit the stage and they just looked at us. No stage diving, no pit. They just it was weird, dude. Yeah. And
that's amazing.
We played Jakarta at a festival, and they pushed our set time back because prayer.
Yeah. That's a trip too, man. I just, and another learning thing, you're learning how things go around the world, different cultures, different types of beliefs, but for the love of music, and people love music, and you're like, wait, you just went to prayer, but you're going to come see Death Angel, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a trip. It's like music is the international language in a way.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like we could go to different countries, different cultures, eat different, think different, but we talk music. You get what I mean?
Totally.
It's awesome. It doesn't matter if it's metal, rock, hip hop, or whatever. It's music. Bro.
Totally. Yeah.
You know,
and eating, if you sit down and break bread and kick it with someone to eat their food, man, you solve a lot of the problems right there. Just getting turned on and just, whoa, this is amazing. Get out of your bubble and check some new shit out and enjoy.
You ever checked out? What's the strangest delicacy you checked out?
Balut.
All that Filipino stuff, dude.
I don't fuck with too much balut, but no.
Whoa.
You know what?
For anyone out there who doesn't know what balut is, it's a Filipino delicatessen where it's an egg. It's like an embryo that's not even born. You crack it, you suck the juice. Oh, dude, I don't like it, dude. But I'm glad you tried it.
Yeah, I can't say that it made it quite to the lips. But it was pretty damn near. And then I saw the little beak and maybe a little feather came out too. I'm like, I'll pass it on. But
dude, that's the first I heard. Like, yeah, dude, awesome.
Shit. Oh,
dude, I've tried some crazy Filipino dishes like pig's blood and all that. It's not my thing. Not my thing, but whoa, bro, are you part Filipino, bro? You know this stuff.
No, my girl is though, and and I know a few things. But I don't know much, but I know a couple things. But it's a trip. Like we were in Iceland one time, and I remember we had
wow, Iceland.
That was cool. So Iceland, we played a festival there one time, and they have they did. I don't know if they still do. They have a really good like Icelandic Air. I don't know.
Yeah.
They have this thing where if you stop on the way to Europe, you stop in Iceland in Reykjavik or whatever for a few days. You maybe not now because shit's so crazy, but like you would get like hotels for free as long as you stayed, because they're trying to drum up some tourism and some tourism dollars in their town. And then you could go on to Europe, but you would be able to stay there for a while. So, but I ate puffin one night, and that was a trip. I didn't like it, man. And some whale.
Whoa, dude.
But
that must have been a trip. Whale?
Yeah, that's we're mammals, dude. Mammals.
Nah, man. I won't go as far as like whales I like duck.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to eat it.
I didn't mean to eat it. Whoa, they just, hey, check this out. You just thought it was a piece of meat and ate it?
Yes. It was sushi.
Oh, okay.
And puffin are like kind of like a penguin almost. Well, not, they're sort of like they're an Arctic bird, man.
And you had some of that, huh?
Just a little bit. Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. Then, well, at least you tried it. You know what I mean? I
didn't mean to, though. So I'm off the hook.
You tried it. Now at least you could go, well, I tried it. It's not my thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Let me get back to dude. I have watched, I have viewers who watch, and they have kids who are starting in bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, which is really cool. And I do the stream, and I always, of course, the question of, it's always a standard question, like, what do you say to people who are starting? And of course, the standard is do what you want to do, play music, and that should be across the board when it comes to music. You shouldn't compromise how you feel and what you want to play. Find people you want to play with.
Yeah, like-minded,
Like-minded.
Yeah.
You got to find it. But for you, the band started out when CD sales were huge. All this stuff, selling CDs, but now we're in a part where, technology. How was that adjustment for you guys from going to CD sales and all of a sudden downloading to streaming? It went so fast, So was it an adjustment for you guys to go, what happened? Like, we're not making money off CD sales now, it's all streaming. So
yeah, it's a trip. We started, our band started in 88. We were like, I was 15
back when you were releasing cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes, man. And vinyl was like vinyl. It was still around, but like it's just that whole thing. And then of course as far as like the whole downloading and that, when that really kicked in, we were at the plant in Sausalito. We were recording White Pony, our third album, and we were there. And that's when like we started hearing about leaking, and because your shit would always leak before, even if you even on cassette, if you had or whatever, you always like, but then it got crazy when shit actually went to production for like CDs. You could like hold it down the best you could, and no one got watermark copies and bringing CDs back in that you took, because we always had our cassettes. We bump the jams, and when you get dailies and rough mixes from that night, and fucking we're on a little rental car going to the wherever we're staying at, and just bump that Toyota or that the
crank the bass.
Yeah, because like rental car had that compression, and the rental car you could just crank that motherfucker up, and because it's not your car.
Yeah.
And then it up, and it sounded all juicy and stuff. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, you could try it. But I think when that record, White Pony, actually did leak, or was leaked and was downloaded like a couple weeks before it came, or maybe almost a month. And we are like, what do you mean? What the fuck's that? They're like, the label's flipping out, like, fuck, we're gonna lose first week sale, all that, that bullshit. First week sales and fucking, Billboard 200. You guys had a shit, that bullshit. But like, and then that was the first time. And then of course, the shit, everything leaked from that point on, all the time. But the streaming, I mean, we sold some records, we definitely sold some records, but not Queen level. But we sold some records, man. But it was always for us. It's all come back to that. It's tickets and t-shirts, man. That. And it's like, kind of the way it was in the 60s and 70s, man. Tickets, a live show can't be ripped, really,
That's true.
And t-shirts, sometimes if you see some bootleg ones, and you fucking take that shit and you jack their designs.
Yeah, sometimes the bootleg ones are killer, dude. Yeah, You're like, oh man, why didn't we think of that?
And you take that shit and you pull Switchblade on them. not in Italy in certain places though,
Yeah, not in Italy or Mexico.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh no, they'll fucking. Yeah. Remember, like I think NoFX was like they had bleach, and they fucking went by because there were like blocks of like a couple blocks long of these bootleg stands outside their shows out there, and NoFX took like bleach.
It just started splashing
and fucking up all their shit, but then they almost got like but if you can steal their shit and fucking jack their ideas, that's.
What I did one time? I saw some bootlegs in Mexico. Like, oh man, that looks. Oh, dude. Yeah. I didn't buy it, but I got these guitar picks.
Totally.
They were like.
That's currency, dude.
It is, dude.
A drumstick's kind of cool, but a pick, that's fucking currency, dude.
Yeah, dude. We know. I know this. Our merch guy who tours with us, Alan Ralph. Shout out to Alan Ralph.
What's up, Alan?
This dude is a pick collector, and he has like 24,000 guitar picks.
Right. Of sick ones, I bet.
Dude. Yeah. You want to hear a funny story? One time I said, I'm gonna be a nice guy. We were touring Europe festivals, and then I knew a few crew guys, just like how people at festivals. Hey, you got a guitar pick? Yeah, I collected guitar picks for this dude. Right? I brought him back. I go, hey man, brought you back some guitar picks. He literally did this. I got some guitar picks right here. He went duplicate. Already have it. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. trying to hook you up,
trying to hook you up, but
trying to help you out.
Yeah, man. I'm like, but yeah, dude, they're currency, man. When
for real, people get stoked.
Yeah,
man. And they're just trying to hustle too. You can't fault anyone, but sometimes, but some certain operations you're like, whoa, this is too complex. Fuck these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
But then they might stab you and kill you and shoot you, and that's not worth it either.
Yeah, and you don't play the show.
The damn sure. I mean, just play and mosey on about your business. Sometimes it's best not to stir it up.
Totally. Has the label ever tell you to write shit commercial, or you always did your guys' ground and go, no, we're doing it the Deftones way?
We tried. There was one instance where, they were like, hey man, there's one instance fully, man. It's again on White Pony, we had presented, mixed and mastered and turned all our shit into the label with what we believed and still do to this day was our perfect representation to what we just, here it is, it's done, it's mastered, sequence, everything's tight. Do what you guys do with it. I don't know what you guys do with the label, but do your thing. And they're like, and this to this day was, so there's a song called Pink Maggot on the last song, it's kind of an outro, and they're like, yo man, why don't you guys, they've been hounding us for hit, because the White Pony was the first time we actually had like a little bit of radio stuff with Change, and like that song was, and then video play too. I think there were some videos on the other ones too, but it was like, there was still like Headbangers Ball and late night kind of shit, so there was a little taste of that, from the other records too, but just a bit. It was a growing thing. But that one, they sensed they had a little something, because there was some legs for that
Oh.
track, you know. So like, anyways, they're like, hey man, we need another single. And so they're like, why don't you take, the chorus from this and try to write a song around it? We're like, no.
Wow.
Why don't you fucking fuck off? We already gave you the record. What do you mean? What do you fucking? And there was some talk, and it's been a while, and like it might be, but like then we're not going to promote the record anymore. We've gotten as far as we can. So we're like, you know what? Fuck you. All right, we'll go write a fucking song. We'll go write a hit. So we took that and we wrote the song called, and rap rock and shit was jumping at that time a lot. This is early 2000s, man. So and we were fucking livid, like fuck you. All right, motherfucker. All right, fuck you. So we went in the studio back with Terry again, and we met up somewhere. We just rewrote the song in like a half an hour, and that became the song called "Back to School." And they tagged that on to They tagged it on to the beginning of the record. It was supposed to open with Pichasira, which is the first song on the record still. But I mean, it became the second song, and that was like the intro. Like, fuck, this record's to us was perfect. Fuck you, how dare you? So they ended up tagging that one on to the front, and it was just all disjointed and discombobulated. Like, but that was that. And some versions had it on it, some didn't. And the song doesn't suck, people actually like it. But it just, we were fucking livid, dude, for a couple decades.
Wow. Couple decades is long to have.
I'm over that shit.
I mean, to deliver your art and for them to go, we're going to tag this one in front after all the sequencing and all that stuff. You're like, man, this is it. And
it's a trip though too. And that is part of the art versus commerce whole argument and battle that you have to tread, the line, but also seeing, and with some perspective now, having been a couple decades, I could see if you're footing the bill for all this shit and you're I get all that. Yeah. But I could see that's when the effect of downloading before streaming, that was starting to sort of, they're like scrambling. And then after that record was the first time that we're like, shit had changed so much in the next 2 to 3 years that we made another album. They started needing immediacy. Like here's your funding for the record, but we need to approve, like, we need some singles. And like, we're like, motherfucker, we've given you 4 records with no input, mix, mastered, wrote, record, handed them to you with nobody ever coming into, and that became a tiny bit of that. And it got a bit more as we went on, but they knew it was a tough battle. And, so it's, man, we're signed to a major label too. So it's like, but no.
Wow. That must have been an adjustment.
A little bit.
But but must have been, like you said, must have been an adjustment. I mean, at first you had creative freedom, but looking back at it now, they were just trying to scramble, like you
totally. Said. And they're losing grasp. They're losing, and we've all seen what happened since then. So it's a trip, man. But perspective's a trip too. It's cool to have some. Yeah, I understand. But fuck you too.
How is it now with your label? Do you have that? Do you still have creative control? Like deliver, like here it is, put it out.
It's a trip. We're on Warner Brothers, man. We've been on that label for like a long time. It was even Maverick was always, distributed through Warner Brothers. Sire, we're actually on. We're on Reprise. We're on Hendrick. We're on Frank Sinatra's label.
Really? Now?
And Hendrick, Reprise. So within the Warner Brothers, you either the marketing teams are either Sire Records or Reprise. So we're on Reprise, which is Sinatra's label he started. And then Hendrix was on that shit too. So wow. And it's all through the Warner Brothers thing. But they're pretty damn cool. We're able to, each time now we've fulfilled our deal per se, and each time now it's an option. So the next one, like, hey, you guys want to do another one? Okay. And the next time it's ours. Hey, do you want to? I don't see any reason why not. It's all pretty chill. We what we do, and we know what you do, and have a bit of that machine there, but it's pretty chill, man. So
that's good, man. Like you had a point where like you had to go through all that to get to where you are now.
Yeah, and we still don't own our masters, but I'm trying to get that shit one day, right?
Are you really? You gonna do it? Of
course. Maybe I do have them.
Wow, man, dude, that's the key for a lot of people nowadays. Yeah, not very many people own their own masters.
Fully.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like Metallica does.
That was a huge, and in our world, that was a huge precedence that was set. Boom, with that, and but there's I think a lot of musician, artist, whatever you want to, people who make music, artists, people who make music are really putting that to the forefront, really, you know, stressing with people that are signing new deals and have any bit of you know, pull in their on their end of things to say, hey, you know, at some point these need to come back, or, you know, so if you can do it, or if you don't sign a label, that's fine too. Keep your shit.
Yeah. Now,
Rock your shit.
are you guys to a point where you could fund your whole record by yourself and just hand it in, or is you still the old way of doing it?
We can probably do that, but yeah, we still take a bit, and then, you know, and then, but yeah, we could, because you can record a lot cheaper
Almost
these days,
anywhere
too.
nowadays. You just need a
Yeah.
good room for the
For
drums.
drums and stuff
yeah,
too. Yeah, you know,
it's
and,
important.
yeah, and you can make killer drums in a fucking auto shop. You know, there's been a million records been in, you know, like, or, you know, whatever, an old, you know.
Speaking of drums, what's your favorite drum recording experience? Like, what's the studio that you went, oh, dude, this is awesome?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, because I love, you know, I love history, but I love music history too, and I love, like, you know, getting to be in some of these rooms on these killer old, you know, Neves and great old, you know,
Oh, yeah,
APIs, dude. And these desks, these consoles have so much history and mojo in them too, from the records they made, and you know, we still get to go into some of these rad studios, man, you know, and we have our funky ass spot that we recorded records in too. It's in West Sac. It's a auto shop, you know, that, you know, it doesn't matter where, but getting a chance to still be in some of those really amazing rooms is
Yeah.
awesome. You know, that you just look, and the wood, and you hope some of that dust falls down, that mojo
that
too.
vibe, like,
Yeah, man.
vibe. I mean,
because the record plant was sick, because, you know, in Sausalito, and, you know, there was still at that point, Metallica had taken over Studio A and made it big. That's where they did the load and reload stuff too, and so they took those two rooms, and Studio B was still small, low, old Santana, you know, Songs in the Key of Life, you know, Stevie Wonder shit, like all these great, you know, great albums, amazing records, you know, were done. But Metallica actually raised that, they had that construction and brought in a huge SSL, and the dimensions were still the same, but the ceiling was like 3 times as high as the old one. So it had this huge cavernous, but just the history of that room, and being, we were living on the houseboats and shit, you know, and like,
we can live
that was
large.
Yeah, you know, we're
large.
Yeah.
And that
But that was
attributes
you
to
know,
the music too, you know what I mean? That whole vibe too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also driving home is nice too, or you know. But that was the times. You know, we were like, our third album, like, we had a bit, you know, the kind of a bit more freedoms, sort of, you know.
Yeah.
And but you know, like, that was before shit really took a you know, in the whole industry too. But you know, hey,
dude, one of my favorites till this day recording experience was when we did the Killing Season record. We recorded at Dave Grohl's studio.
606, man.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Dude. With Nick.
Yeah, Nick Raskulinecz, dude.
Yeah.
You guys recorded with him, right?
Yeah, Nikolai Volkov.
Dude,
the rascal.
Dude, that was the last time because Nick was one of these dudes. He came up here to Oakland. I want to see you guys rehearse. I never been through this whole process. Take notes and all that. And all right, you guys are getting ready. Come down. We go to Studio 606, and before we even started tracking, we go into pre-production in another room. Let's hear what you got again. Did you practice?
Did you guys do it at pre-production down there too, or in a different spot down there?
Down there in not the, you've been to 606, have you?
Yeah.
There was a big room, and there was another small room where we were crammed in.
Yeah. Sweating and just totally.
Sweating. And, all right, you guys are done. Tomorrow we're gonna set up the drums.
Right.
You know, so, and I was there, like, that whole recording experience was awesome, you know. And,
yeah, dude.
You know, it's like, and next they're like, what kind of amps do you want to use? And go to the back, and there was a back warehouse, you know, the back warehouse, but drums and amps.
Yeah.
No, I was like, that.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, that was a great experience.
Fully, that's sick. I mean, that's, you know, Define, and that whole complex is amazing too. Just like, whoa, man, you know,
I was there like, whoa, what's going on? Just, you know, I was able to check out how Nick, a real producer, you know, first time dealing with a real producer. He's like, all right, man. Like, I remember seeing Andy at the time. He was tracking. He killed it on one track. And Nick goes, he's just warming up.
Because he knows too. He knows what Andy can do. Yeah. And he knows. And so we always joke, because we call him man with stick, or he'll always just grab one stick, and he'll be out there like, you know, we're like, yeah. And at first it drove me crazy. Like, I was like, motherfucker, don't tell me shit. Like, you know, and I love him. We had but I was like, just, you're driving me fucking crazy. Don't tell me shit. But everything he was suggesting, I did, and made the song better too, you know. But at first I was like, what the fuck, this motherfucker, man. I had known him for a couple of years, just you know, hanging out and like, oh, what's up, Nick? And he's like, we're gonna work together one day. I was like, that'd be amazing. And then, you know, that all happened, and now he's in my face. Like, I'm like, dude, get off him, you know. But and he's because he loves it so much. He's right up there. He's so involved, and he made our process like just streamlined in terms of like our work ethic. Like, you know, we would always at our spot in Sac, we couldn't make noise till after 7. So for hell of years, we would just be like starting at 7, 8, 9, going till 3, 4 in the morning. And that became and that's a broken, you know, when you're 20s, it's fine. Yeah. You know, but like, so then when we started working with Nick, he's like, dude, we're going to come in around noon, you know, and have a normal, you know, 6, 8 hour, whatever day, kind of just jamming. Yeah. And then, but we're like, oh my God, I have the morning. Oh, work. And then I have the evening. Oh, this, and then the next, that's amazing. Fucking productive, focused. Yeah. And not like all fried. Once Nick starts, you better start with him. You know what I mean? It's one of those. I remember like, okay, we're coming in we're going to start at noon. I was there like 11. Because he can drop a little guilt on you and kind of, he'll be all, and you're like, oh shit, you know, like, oh. Yeah. Nick's awesome. He's awesome, dude. Yeah. What part of your career, or did you feel like, wow, we made it, we did it? Like, what was that moment? I'm still trying. I just gotta keep. There has to have been like some point where you got to the top of the mountain that you consider the mountain where you go. Playing opening for Sabbath. Yeah, I mean, it was shit like, but like, you know, those are monumental times. But I mean, especially after this last couple years, I mean, we gotta go. There's shit to do. Yeah, it's time, you know, and I just want to go. I want to get better at playing. I want to get better at situations. I want to get better. I want to be better. Like you said, being home has been amazing too. It's been great. Oh yeah. Yeah. To be home and really fucking focus on that part of your life. And that's a blessing too, man. But it's time to get back to it. And there's shit I just want to rock. It's time. Dude. Has the pandemic kind of changed your way of future touring? Because now I mean, personally, I look at it like before we used to go constantly tour. We'll get any tour. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we'll come home for a day and go back out for 6 weeks. But now I'm looking at it as like, you know, just pick and choose our stuff, having to be home and get that balance. The balance, you said it right there. The balance is everything, man. And it took us a million, trillion, bazillion years to learn that. And a lot of times it was because one of us had something going on. So we were never able to like, someone needed money, you know, whatever. Like, so we're like, fuck, we're caught in these cycles where you just, you know, or someone, and then to get to a point where like everyone's like, you know what, we're gonna be okay, and we're even better if we kick it for a minute and chill, you know, and we'll be better here and we'll rock better, you know. If certain things, so that took a long time, and I'm really, really appreciative that me and my dudes are pretty much on those same circles, you know. It's same wavelength. Yeah, same man. Wavelength. And it's a really nice way to conduct doing what we do too. Like when we can say, look, shit, you know, we've already fried ourselves out, you know, 3, 4, 5 months straight, you know, like, and then a week off, and then, you know, and then, you know, fly, you know, whatever. But I mean, and that's the way it needed to be though, to get somewhere too, you know, but like, but yeah, it's just pretty cool. Everyone's like, hey man, I'm cool. You cool with that? I'm cool with it. How about you guys? Good? Cool. All right. Then here's what we're going to do. And when you can actually see it and kind of see dates and look at it and internalize it, then and then you can see a break and like, oh, Beck, you can prepare for that kind of shit, man. And, you know, it's important at this point in the game just to be able to be stoked and be healthy, you know? Health and happiness, bro. Yeah, totally, man. For real. Health and happiness and balance. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love the tour, just like you love the tour, play the people and all that. But sometimes like, come on, we know like when you see your tour itinerary, like 6 weeks, that's awesome. But we all know come the 3-week mark. Ooh, yeah. Right? You're like, the honeymoon is over. Ted, I lied to you earlier. This is not water. What is it? It's vodka. It's okay, man. It's water. It's tea, bro. I have coffee and tea. So your tea, tea is beautiful. I love tea, man. Yeah, this is mulberry tea. It's good for digestive and sugar blocker. You know, we're getting at that age, man. We like to have healthy innards and healthy movements and tea, and we need to be vibrant.
Dude,
we need to radiate boyish effervescence.
totally. We gotta stay healthy.
And
Like
you
I said,
do.
we're getting at that age, dude. I saw the chiropractor last week. First time
Ooh.
ever. Yeah, man.
That shit tripped me out, man. I did it once and it fucking tripped me because I have a weird thing with my spine. And this dude, like, he's like, you got to relax or it ain't gonna work. I'm like, you're gonna snap my neck and paralyze me. I can't relax, dude. And then he did it. And it was pretty cool, but never again. Fuck that.
Dude, I went and my neck's kind of jacked a little from all the years of headbanging because, I went and he was like, hey, I told my chiropractor, like, I just came for maintenance. Like you go to a doctor.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I go, never been to the chiropractor. He goes, you're 25 years late. How old are you? I go, 49. He goes, you're 25 years late, bro.
Yeah.
I went, got adjusted. Got my neck cracked. I felt good, man.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Yeah. I'm still a little bit squeamish on that shit because I'm a bitch, but
it's okay.
When it comes to, but maybe one day,
Totally hear you.
But yeah, but feeling good is important.
Dude, it is, especially like, and I'm gonna quote our front man, Mark. I'm young on stage, but after off stage, whoo.
That fool was right. He was right next to us the other day. He was jamming with the wedding band the other day. We were rehearsing. We were practicing, and he was just a couple things away. And Wedge came over because Wedge was doing. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm over."
Oh, you saw Mark?
No, he was like just like across the street. They were jamming. So yeah, but I was like, "Oh shit, we're like this close, dude." Down in Burbank. Dude. Yeah.
Oh, were you jamming last week or something?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's cool, man. Everyone's shaking. Jamming. It's good.
Shaking,
yeah. You hear people jamming, and we're gonna start. We got a jam on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we got the Oakland show.
Sick. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be heavy duty right there.
It's good. It's
at the Fox, right?
Yeah, at the Fox. You know what? I was just talking about this with Tiffany Billy, Chuck Billy's wife. Hometown shows are the best and the worst.
Oh, totally.
Come on, you know that, dude.
Fucking
right?
Suck. Yeah.
Stress. I shut my phone off. I don't answer text.
I shut that shit off a week prior, man. For real, because it's not. I mean, because you want to accommodate, but at some point you're like, you know what, man? I've been hooking you up for fucking 20 years. I can't get you in this time, dude.
Yeah.
And I just can't. And I'm not going to fucking stress over the shit and ruin my day because it's just
you got to play.
You can do it gently.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you this story. On our I won't mention names on our band's Facebook page. I checked the messages and there was a message from someone I haven't heard from in 25 years. Hey, could you get me some passes?
Dude, I mean, they say a closed mouth don't get fed, so you can't. There's no harm in asking, but come on, you got to have a little tact with that shit. You can't just like,
hometown shows are the worst and the best, and
fully,
for this one, we have a scaled down crew because it's hometown, so I do the tour managing. So
okay,
I got to do all the advancing and round up the crew, and that could be I got to deal with like the merch has got to be made and
right. How about is there like any sort of like a little bit of bubble action for that? I mean, that's another thing I've been noticing with all,
Yeah, like backstage, it's just band and crew backstage.
Yeah.
I mean, your guests, we have guests, but they can't.
Yeah, and they should know that. Everyone kind of needs to know that shit by this point. And it just in this couple of years with this shit going on. Come on, dude. Because I love, but I want to kick it too, but it's just not normal right now. So yeah,
I was talking to the Obituary guys the other day. We keep in touch, and they're just finishing up their tour with Black Label and Prong. And these are like, dude, you know what? We're not tripping. We got to do what we got to do to get the ball rolling.
For real,
we have to isolate from the fans. It sucks because we want to meet the fans, but we gotta do what we got to do. And I'm on that train too.
Totally, yeah. It's where we're at right now, man. Things will we'll get back to shaking cold,
dude.
Gross, slimy hands, and and just hugging. We'll get back there, man. I think that makes you, I think it makes what you touch. Just, when I get into a hotel room, first thing I do is lick the remote.
Do you really? Yeah, dude.
No, because I want to get strong.
I know people who do this. Like, oh, dude, I'm not a germaphobe. I get it,
I'm not either, man. But you gotta I think you need some shit to keep up your, you gotta, But of course, we should all be washing our hands after we go pee.
Of course. The normal stuff.
Yeah, but not everyone. I don't think a lot of people knew that shit until now.
Yeah. I think people went way overboard. They washed their hands after they grabbed the mail from the mailbox.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
and then it fell off, and all this the hand junk too. This makes it dry, and your finger falls off because it's all like all that shit. the
Yeah.
junk, all the junk. Yeah, that junk. This stuff.
Abe, we're coming to a close here.
Okay.
And I really appreciate you coming on, dude. And it's good to see you, man.
Totally, Ted.
But like I do with all my guests, I have 12 questions I'm going to fire away. You answer them.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Mild or spicy?
Spicy.
Yeah. Dogs or cats?
Both.
Right on. A movie you could watch over and over again.
For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes. Is that
James
Bond? Oh, whoa. With
it's Roger Moore.
Yeah.
But
that's a killer movie, dude. I like Roger Moore. Some people might say Sean Connery, but
because he was my first one that I saw. I love Sean, man. But yeah.
Roger. Okay. Biggest pet peeve.
Pet peeves?
Yeah. Pet peeves.
Just assholeness. Like come on, just be cockiness, maybe, or I don't know. Can I come back to that one?
First one who asked that, and I will come back to that one.
Okay.
What time does your alarm clock go off?
Lately, 5:45 a.m.
Damn, because you got a pup.
Yeah, and I just
5:45. Yeah, I'm up at around 6:30.
I like mornings though. I like both. But I do like mornings.
Okay. A song you could sing, a song you love to sing when you're all alone.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
There we go. Abe Cunningham. Your dream vacation.
Oh, man. You know what? I would like to go. I like blue water. I like tropical things.
Okay.
Gotta be warm. I love Mexico. Dude. I love the islands. I love that kind of stuff, Dude. But I like going places. So
Side note, before I continue the question, me and my wife did a vacation in the Philippines, in the islands. Oh, dude.
Right.
Dude, the best place in the world we've been.
I've heard. Yeah. And there's a million little islands too. And there's all these atolls and little things. And
I'm going to send you a link and you check it out. You got to go there. All right. One thing about you that probably annoys others.
I'm chatty. I talk a lot.
I'm stoked. Chatty too.
I'm stoked, man. I'm sorry. I'm stoked.
I like to talk a lot too. So I'll bet you people go, man, that dude, especially when I'm on coffee.
I talk fast too, dude. I got a lot of shit to say.
Dude, it's funny how you mentioned you talk fast. My wife always says, finish your sentence. I end up speaking and just, not finishing it. So that's cool. All right. What's your favorite smell?
Ooh, roses.
Oh, typical.
I like rosemary, I like parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Okay. Wow. Look at you. Very an instrument you wish you could play.
In my mind, I'm the baddest fucking guitarist ever, and my tone smokes yours.
Sick, dude. I like that confidence, dude.
In my mind, though, there's a lot going on in there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I could see you being a sick ass player.
I like bass though too. I love bass. Bass is rad. Bass is fun. Percussive, melodic. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2,
on a scale of 1 to 5, how good of a dancer are you?
4 to 7.
Dude.
Occasionally 11.
Occasionally.
On the bluest of moons.
Fuck, dude, I gotta see that, dude. Next time, I'm just throwing this out there. Next time we tour together,
let's do it.
Let's do it. All right,
put it into motion.
I have a number 12. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
So I was gonna have like a nice little smoothie, the grossest green smoothie, but I usually I've been doing that on the weekdays. I was like, oh shit, it's Saturday. I'm about to talk to Ted. About to do a TED talk. You know what I did? I made some fried potatoes and just like a cup of coffee and like just a big old thing of fried potatoes.
Oh, dude, fried potatoes sound good, dude. Sound good.
They were good. I'm cleaning out the fridge too, like just whatever's in the fridge, just kind of clean that shit out.
I forgot to do a shout out here to your boy and our boy Juan.
Oh yeah, Juan G.
Yeah, Juan G. I have to give him a shout out, dude. I like that dude.
I love him. We usually go and have little lunches in the weekday. We'll probably go have a lunch maybe this week sometime.
Cool, man.
Shit. Yeah, I love Juan.
Give him a hug for me, man.
Totally will. Always.
Before we close it out, if you have any advice for young musicians on how to survive in this era of the music business.
Yeah. I mean, like we were talking briefly earlier, like, obviously like-mindedness really,
Yeah.
I always say love what you do and who you do it with, and it's not always easy. If you get to a point where you're actually starting to play a bit and getting to travel, even, the car, the van, the station wagon, whatever it is, you'll find out really quick who, if you lock yourself in a fucking van
Totally, dude.
you don't
real
know
fast.
anybody.
You don't know
Yeah.
anybody until you travel with them.
Yeah, you smell them, and just how people go about their daily shit. But like, play anywhere, play all the time, play no matter, play where it's not comfortable, because you're always honing. You're put yourself in situations that aren't comfortable on a bill with a band. You can't play with that band. Why not? I mean, because you're always probably going to hopefully gain something from that.
Yeah,
and just yeah,
and be careful of the dangling carrot.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh yeah, whoa.
Yeah,
and and so much you can do these days without being signed up to this thing, or and just the way the ability to put out your sounds and your stuff to the world is amazing, man.
It is. You could put up your own site, YouTube. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and if you get to a certain point where you might need someone with some get an attorney who can suss it out for you.
Yeah. And sit down with them.
Yeah, man, explain, because it's or ask questions too, because I mean, like you're saying, even like with Bill Ward and all these, like, man, just to be able to pick someone's brain who you like grew up on, like, that's amazing, man.
Totally.
Yeah,
I think.
And share info and
exactly, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is powerful.
That's true.
Recognize.
Yes. Conjunct. What's your function?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Abe Cunningham from the Deftones. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, Abe. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. I miss you, bro.
Miss you too. I believe I'll see you sooner than later.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. This has been a really nice way to spend Saturday morning.
Same here. You know what I'm about to do when I get off? I'm about to get a couple of corn dogs for me and my wife to hang out.
Ooh. Twofers?
Twofers.
Go get some AM PM, get some twofers.
And we're going to go see Y&T tonight in Petaluma, dude.
Ooh, yesterday and today. I love Petaluma. Where are they playing at?
The Mystic Theater.
Mystic's beautiful, dude.
I've never been there. So
is the Katati still there? Katati, I don't know if that's still there.
I'm not sure, man.
Remember that one, Katati Lounge?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Dude, I think the last time I saw Y&T when we played a festival with them in Germany. But now I'm, going to hook up with some friends, and, my wife's been working from home lately, so I said, get out of the house.
Yeah, dude, so, Dave. And then yesterday, come on.
Yeah. Black Tiger. We got to get into that, bro.
So Stefan has been into Y&T forever. He, there's some good shit. So well, have fun.
Thanks, man. Dude.
Yeah, enjoy.
And, oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if you're going to be home like May 25th. That's far away. We're playing the Ace of Spades. That tour's coming to the Ace of Spades.
It is. You know what? Okay.
If you're home.
I hope to be when April, May, June. What year is that? What year is it now?
Next year. For 2021, it's 2022, that show.
Oh, that happened.
I don't know, dude.
I'll be there. Wait, April, May. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm down. I'll be there in a hot second.
We got to hang, dude.
Yeah, totally.
We got to hang. But thank you, dude.
Of course, Ted.
Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. And everyone, have a great weekend. Stick around, Abe.
Yeah, send my best to the dudes. Send the best.
And just for everyone to know, I'm not doing the stream next Saturday because it's the show. And I got to prepare for the show.
And you got to fucking tour manage too.
So. I got to tour manage. I got to round up the crew. I got to do all this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
So, all right, everyone, have a good Saturday, and I'll see you when I see you.